Hi folks, Paul Vojchehoske here again, and this is the MrRealEstate.tv video of the week. We're starting a series. It's a 5-part series called Teaching Old Dogs New Tricks, and it's actually just some snippets from a 3-hour course that we're putting together for landlord associations, property management companies, apartment associations on changing the way you think about how you advertise. And what we're going to talk about today is basically where most people fail in spending their advertising money for rental properties and tenants. Is there's a 3-component matrix that everybody should use. It's universal in nature. It's called the right product, the right target market, and the right message. And basically the right product is your home or the unit that you have that's for rent. We're going to match that up with the right target market. That is your tenant pool. Who are you trying to attract? Now, a lot of times where we make the mistake is we want to attract a certain type of tenant. However, that tenant is not the right fit for your particular property. And the last one is the right message. So we have the right house for the right target market, and then the messaging is how we going to reach that particular target market. For example, you may have a rental property in the middle of a college community. Certainly you want an elderly couple because they're great tenants. However, it's not realistic. So we need to change our thought pattern to go, we need to go after the right target market, which is college students. How are we going to do that? So in part 1, we're going to talk about today the house. That is your product. That determines everything in this advertising cycle. In the next series of videos, we're going to talk about how to reach the tenant pool, methods of delivery, or the types of advertising. Measured results. Probably the one thing no one does is how effective was your measuring or your methods of delivery. And then the last thing we're going to talk about in week 5 is some money-making ideas, or simply you can hire me and come and I'll teach the 3-hour course if you want. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. A couple of things we want to know. The very first one is the product. That is your house. The product determines everything, and most managers and landlords, they don't take that into consideration. Location of your house always determines the target market. If you're in the hood, your target market is going to be gangbangers. I hate to tell you that, but that's just the truth. You're not going to get good quality tenants most of the time if you're in the middle of a war zone. Okay? Location of your rental property also determines the rent price. It doesn't matter how many amenities you have or how nice it looks. The target market for that particular location of your property, it only has a ceiling of so much, so that's going to determine the rent price. The last thing I want to talk about as far as product goes is amenities. Many managers think just because it's got granite tabletops and everything else, that the amenities will determine the rent price and also maybe determine the target market or the tenant pool. That is wrong. Amenities, if you have washer and dryer, it's only going to determine in what range of the rent price you're in. So for example, if your rental property is in a certain part of town where the rent range is anywhere from $650 to $750, then your amenity is going to determine where in that range is it. If it's got in-house or in-service laundry service, then that may put it at the $750 range versus $650. Anyways, that and a lot more coming up in future videos. But hey, if you want to hire me to come and teach this, or you want more information, go to MrRealEstate.tv or give me a call, 402-660-0395. Until next time, I'm Paul Vojchehoske. Be safe out there.